and I'm gonna talk about how driving and texting. Well, I'm gonna start off with the YouTube video first.
Survive that drive. Never text while driving. A public service of Motley and Associates.
Well, many of us have seen these type of commercials before on TV. Well, some of us may think that, oh, something like this can never happen to us. Or maybe you even think that you're such a great driver that you can avoid an accident or not even hit anything. But texting and driving could impair your ability to drive, and you could actually take someone's life or your own life. The texter that allows you to do both and texting or playing on your phone at the same time. Well, sorry to break it to you, this is just not possible to text and drive at the same time. The majority of students are constantly late either drive and are prone to look at our phones, to check our emails, to check Facebook, even Twitter. Well, what makes me incredible to speak about this topic is that recently one of my friends got a ticket for texting. He had to pay over $600 for that ticket. And first and foremost, I'll talk about how texting and driving is portrayed in the media. Well, according to an article by Larry Copeland on March 8, 2010, published in the USA Today, there was a teenager called Maria West, who, like most of us, was a devoted texter. She would text during at dinner time, and mostly anyone wouldn't notice that she was a texter. And no one saw her text. She was during the table without anyone even noticing. Many of her friends would see her texting and driving, and they would tell her how dangerous it was, but she would never pay attention to what her friends were saying. Until one day, the day before her graduation, she was going to watch a Major League Baseball game, and she was texting one of the players there. And as she was driving, she lost control of the car, and she died. And her last text that she received, what she was texting, was, "Where you at?" Is that text really? Does it really matter? That's your last text that you got when you died. It's not worth it, right? Maria's story started. AT&T started making a story after that. They started making advertisements. Her mom, AT&T commercials, no text is worth dying for. Her parents came up with it, saying that if you could lose your life, you could lose someone's life, and it's gonna be on your mind every day that you live. Like, oh, I killed someone. And it was over a text. It's not worth it. How many more lives need to be taken in order for us to start paying attention to what's seriously going on? Just remember that this could happen to any of us. If the commercials of lost loved ones ain't helping us, then maybe some statistics will help us out. Well, there's enough to convince. If that's not enough to convince you to stop texting and driving, maybe some scientific research will help you. There has been a lot of research done over the years, and there was one that really stood out to me. Oprah had another researcher, Dr. David Strayer from the University of Utah, who came to her show, and he talked about how texting and driving could affect us. And he basically said that when we're driving and we're looking at our phone, like, we basically come into a tunnel vision. If we only see our phone, we don't see what's really out there. You don't, like, since we're really focused on our phone, like, also you think that there's a car ahead of you, a couple inches away, when in reality it's just like right there. And that's what causes us to even miss the pedestrians that are walking by. It also really weakens our vision when we're driving. And focus on the road. So you may even feel that you have so much confidence that you can avoid hitting someone or avoid getting into a car accident. That you're such a good driver that you won't get into a car accident or hit anyone. But it just takes a matter of seconds in order for us to get into a car accident. But I do know that it's not, you're risking your own life in order, every time that you're looking through your pocket, looking through your phone, you're risking your own life and someone else's life. Well, according to driving.org, that's updated on October 25th, 2010. In the year 2008, about 16% of all fatal crashes were caused by distracted driving, which the majority of distracted driving involves using a cell phone. It talked about how texting and driving is worse than driving under the influence. To me, it's like driving under the influence and texting is worse, then that should really say something to us. It's like not only does driving under the influence kill someone, but also texting and driving does. Alright, so now remember how I stated that texting and driving is worse than driving under the influence? People are just as impaired when they're driving and talking on the phone at the same time. And as they're driving intoxicated at the legal blood alcohol limit of 0.08. He also found that at a given moment, 10% of all drivers are talking on a cell phone. 10%. At least 10% are talking on the cell phone while driving. They are talking on, these are some scary facts. I don't know if it's scary for you guys, but like, I'm even driving and I see someone texting on the phone. And honestly, it gets me mad. It's like you're not even focused on the road. You have like, the car so far away from you. It's like, come on now. It's like, focus on the road. You're going to hit someone. You're going to hit a kid. Many drivers have so much confidence in their driving and texting skills that they think that nothing can ever happen to them. Some of you may even think that you're such a good driver that you will avoid an accident. That you may avoid an accident. I do know that you risk your life every time you take that phone out of your pocket, just to get a message. Go to I hope that this bitch has persuaded you to stop texting, and I hope everyone